Take a look now at this close-up of the feet and the direction of movement through the feet on a chasse. I'm going to address right now, and say for the man, a chasse to the right, or for the lady, this could be if she is dancing a progressive chasse. So it's the person who's going to be moving back as they exit the chasse. So from the first step into it, we will move through the first metatarsal joint. So we're going to do the pronation as we leave the foot, which is to follow the line of this arrow. You enter the foot through the heel, move across the foot, and exit through the big toe joint. This can also be helpful for students who are popping up, and when they're popping up, they're definitely not moving across. The moment we start using our weight across our feet more laterally, we'll find that we can't dance as high because of that mobility. So we're moving across the foot and through the big toe joint. There will be a foot swivel there, and we will be entering through the big toe joint of the next action. And then as the feet are swiveling, I'll be finding a more central position in my foot. So now for a moment I will stand fairly evenly on my feet. Hopefully we have all 5 toes on the floor for that moment. This is a very special moment at the top of the chasse, and one that we don't normally see done very beautifully. Now, I could say at this moment I have my weight within my feet. And if this were to become a corte or stop, then the weight would remain inside the feet. But I am going to move across my feet, so I'm going to move my weight out of my foot, out of my feet. Therefore, I have to swing a leg to catch myself. I would have achieved my alignment already. There are exceptions where we have overturned chasses where we have an additional foot swivel, but that's not happening in the normal chasse action. So you see now I'm leaving through the big toe joint, entering through the big toe joint, letting my knee safely arrive to the center of the foot, and now this is a diagonal movement back through this foot. Now this is a very injury-prone area. First thing is many times we don't achieve the right alignment. We'll achieve maybe backing wall. Our next step should be back diagonal wall, let's say into a back whisk or into a lock. And so now we fall off the edge and we could injure this ankle. Of course, we have faulty footwork and we have wobbling, bad body position. So as we shape that foot, now the feet look parallel, but I've done an internal rotation in my standing hip. And I'm definitely feeling, again, I've talked about the kidney bean shape of the foot. Going back through that kidney bean, through the big heavy part there of the metatarsals, through this area, using the border, and back out of the heel. So when the footwork is wrong here, when we land a chasse, and come off of the toe or the edge, this is a sign that we're not using our weight properly, and it's an injury waiting to happen, and it's very, very common. So this goes from a side action to become a back action, and that has to happen on the path of the weight, through the right foot, through the kidney bean shape, into the heel, and out. I will be putting a few more examples of how we use the feet and how we move across the feet and what the direction is in our foot on various figures. So today we've looked at the chasse, we've looked at also the feather step for the man and for the lady. Also we've looked at the throwaway oversway, particularly for the man where there's such a tendency for the knee to go into a dangerous place. So I will continue to put examples of how this works, but go back and take a look at my video of the use of the foot for the Latin and rhythm dances and the use of the foot in terminology for the ballroom dances, where we look a little more detail at the foot and the bones of the foot and how we use the feet.